Shalom, 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 shalom. First and foremost, we give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders, a great millstone, and salutation to all the arguments, pushing the truth, uncut and raw. We can let Kingdom to Third come ball. And his topic is Amalek on trial. Where is none of the tribe? Where's the 10 tribes? Where are they? All right, because by prophecy, we know that they what? And the kings, or that it was expelled or kicked out of the land, and went to what? The Syrian captivity. All right, but they took together, they took counsel amongst themselves and said they was going to go to another land where no man dwell. And this call is in 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter. So where is Asroth? All right, through the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai, Asroth is the Americas. All right, Christopher Cologne or Cristobal Cologne, a crypto Jew. All right, when he came to the Americas, all right, he had 4 Hebrew interpreters, man. All right, because in through history, they've seen the 12 tribes. The 10 tribes have fringes upon their garment. The oldest form of Hebrew, the Los Lunas stone, was in New Mexico, I believe. All right, that was found here. The oldest script of Hebrew, Paleo Hebrew, was found in the Americas. All right, that's why Gad and Reuben, they never stayed in the land too long because they did the land Sabbath. That's in the scriptures. Their circumcision. So these are the people through the spirit. But you're saying that you're the children of the Most High. Where is the 10 tribes? So Amalek on trial. So 2nd Ezra 13 and 40. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land, and time of Hosea the king, whom Salmanasar, the king of Syria, led away in captivity, and he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land. But they took this counsel amongst themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathens, so they left where all the heathens dwell, and that would be the old world, or the east part of the eastern hemisphere, to like what, Europe, to Asia, all of Africa. All right, and go forth unto a further country, or that would be the new world, where never mankind dwell. No one dwell in the Americas now. Now in the time of Solomon, I forgot the Hemite name. Or he used to come over here, to get the peacocks and things from Solomon, for Solomon to build the temple, the things that Solomon needed from the Americas, yes. All right, but no one dwelled there. All right, no one dwelled here. All right, they might got stuff from here. All right, but no one dwelled here. That they might see stuff. That they might keep the statues which they never kept in their own land, and they entered to the Euphrates, by the narrow passage of the river, all right, into the horns round the river Euphrates, into the Horn of Africa, into the Americas. And the Most High showed signs for them and held still the flood until they were passed over. For through the country there was a great way to go, a year and a half. That's why the Hamite fleet, that Solomon, that was under Solomon, and they came over here. It took them 3 years. It was a year and a half to go and a year and a half to come back. All right, and half, and the same region was called Azareth, and then dwelt they there into the latter time, and now when they shall begin to come. So they're there into the end times. Why? Because their brothers Benjamin, Judah, and Levi was going to be brought to the Americas through cargo slave trip in Deuteronomy 28 and 68. Shall go, into Egypt with ships. All right. to be oppressed with northern tribe, as is in Jeremiah. Israel and Judah shall be oppressed together, because they was not oppressed together in ancient Babylon, because the northern tribe was already kicked out of the land in the Assyrian captivity. In the Assyrian captivity, that was before Neo-Babylon. All right? And they dwelt, you already read that. All right, so that's for northern tribe, the 10 tribes. So what are the 10 tribes? Through the spirit of Yahweh Shem El Shai, all right, we know where the 10 tribes, the 10 tribes are from Ephraim all the way to Issachar. All right, we know where they at. They're in Americas. All right, they're from South America, Central America to North America. Are the Native Americans? All right, the Seminole Indians. All right, Native would be Gad, Seminole, or would be Reuben. All right, the Mexicans with Issachar. All right, Ephraim, so-called Puerto Ricans. Manasseh, Cubans, so-called Cubans. Simeon, the Dominicans. All right, Zebulon. All right, Central America. Asher, the Brazilians, Natal, I believe, is the Argentinians. All right, so those make the 10 tribes through the Spirit. All right, you're declaring that you're Israelites. We're the 10 tribes. All right, because the Lord revealed in Genesis 49th chapter, where they'll be in the latter times. We read that they'll be in this land until the end days. The end days. All right. Genesis 49:1, and Jacob called all his sons and said, "Gather yourselves together, that I'm going to tell you that which shall befall you in the last days." All right, the last days, the end of Esau, Edom, the age of Esau, Edom, the end of the times of the Gentiles. Gather yourselves together, and hear ye sons of Jacob, and hearken unto Israel your father. Reuben, my firstborn, my might, the beginning of my strength, the excellency of dignity, that was his first, the excellency of power, unstable as water. All right, we know Reuben, the Seminole, all right, Seminole Indians are unstable. They're tribe that live amongst the waters. Up to thy father's bed thou defilest thou it. He went up to my couch. Simeon and Levi are brothers. Or Simeon and Levi. Simeon would be so-called Dominicans. Levi would be the Haitians. All right, and they just live. They are brothers. All right. Instruments of cruelty are in their habitation. Instruments of cruelty, voodoo. All right, and they're gonna be on that one land. All right, what you call Española. All right. My soul come not down into thy secret until their assembly, my honor be not thou united. For thy anger, thy slew a man, and their self will they dig down the wall. So they slew a man, dealing with our sister Diana. Or the Hamite took her. So what we did was they made a covenant of them, where we told them that supplanted them. Telling Benjamin and Levi, telling them to circumcise themselves, knowing that they'll be weak. And they went there and slaughtered. All right, those Hamites. Judah, thou art he whom the brethren shall praise, and everybody, all the tribes praise Judah. So-called African Americans are Negroes. So-called Negroes, everyone, all these tribes look up to Judah because they're the head. And Judah got it the worst out of all the tribes. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thy enemies, and thy father's children shall bow down before thee. See? So Judah got it worse. All right, and the slave, around slavery, Jim Crow laws. All right, Judah got it worse. All right, because they were the head. All right, so-called African American Negroes are Negroes. Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down, he crouched as a lion, and as a old lion, who shall rise him up? Judah's okay, he don't care. He just, an old lion just sitting there. He ain't young, he ain't aggressive. All right, cooning. All right, just trying to just pass through. The scepter shall not depart from Judah, because they the head tribe, nor the lawgiver between the feet until Shiloh come. Shiloh's Yahushai, and to him shall the gathering of the people be. So Yahushai, the gathering of the people be. Buying his foal unto vine, and his ass coat unto choice wine. He washed his garments in wine, and his clothes in blood of grapes. His eyes shall be red with wine, and his teeth with milk. All right. Zebulon shall dwell at the haven of sea, Panama, and shall be a haven of ships, the Panama Canal, and the border unto Zidon. All right. Panama Canal. Everybody uses that. The Panama Canal. All right. Issachar is a strong ass, and their flag animal is a donkey. Issachar, you so-called Mexicans, couching down between two burdens. All right, you got Northern and Southern America. You also have the two mountains. All right, that they're between. I forget the two mountain names. But they're hard workers. They're hard-working people, the Israelites. And I saw the rest was good, and the land was pleasant, and bowed his shoulder to bear, and became a servant unto tribute. They servants. All right, they take any job. All right. Look at it, you're like, man, look at it, he's a hard worker. He'll take any job to make ends meet. Dan shall judge his people as one of the tribes of Israel. And Dan, through the Spirit, are assimilated to all the rest of the 9 tribes of the children of Northern tribe. Because Dan is not there in Revelation. All right, there's no such thing as 12,000 from the tribe of Dan. Dan shall be a serpent by the way, an adder in the path, and bit in the horse heels, so that his rider shall fall backwards. I have waited for thy salvation, O Lord. Gad, a troop shall overcome him. It was overcame, all right, by it was overcame, all right, the Native American. They're the Gadites. They was overcame, all right, by you Spaniards, all right, you British, you French, all right. But he shall overcome at last. But God gonna get his payback. O Asher, his breast shall be fat, and he shall yield royal dainties, man. Asher. All right. Naphtali, his hand let loose, he giveth good words. Asher is known for what? Iron. A lot of oil. Joseph is a fruitful bow, even fruitful bow by a well, whose branches run over the wall. And Joseph is interchangeable with Ephraim. All right, Joseph is interchangeable with Ephraim. All right, that's why Ezekiel 37 say take the bow, take Ephraim and his companions. All right, bow of Joseph that's in Ephraim, fruitful. All right, the Puerto Ricans, they have a lot of kids, so-called Puerto Ricans. They're fruitful. The archers have certainly graved them and shot him and hated him. All right, but his bow abide in strength, and the arms of his hands were made strong by the hands of the mighty God of Jacob. From thence is the shepherd and stone of Israel. Even by the God and thy father, who shall help thee, Salakia, and by the Almighty, who shall bless thee with blessings of heaven above blessings, and deep that lieth under the blessing in the breast of the womb. So, the blessings of thy fathers have prevailed above the blessings of my progenitors unto the utmost bound of everlasting hills. Thy shall be the head of Joseph. Ephraim is the head of Joseph. Or Ephraim is the head of the northern tribe. So that's why I say Ephraim and Joseph is interchangeable. On the crown of the head of him was separate from his brethren. Benjamin shall be a raven wolf, crying always like a wolf that's always crying at midnight, always talking about Zion. All right, there's Benjamin crying, singing about Zion. In the morning, he shall devour the prey, and at night he shall divide the spoil. And they're all about that money. All right, and these are the 12 tribes of Israel, and this is it that their father spoke unto them, blessed them, everyone according to unto his blessing, bless them. So these are the 10 tribes. All right, that's the 10 tribes. All right, if you Amalekites, you 1948ers, all right, you small hat people, all right, break down this prophecy. All right, break down Genesis 49. You might not subscribe to Apocrypha, all right, but you do talk about the Maccabees. That's in the Apocrypha. All right, Hanukkah. All right, it's in the Apocrypha. All right, but break down Genesis 49. All right, you Amalekites, you small hat people. So I want to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushua by Hashem, Rekah Kadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone, and salutation to all the arguing that's pushing the truth. Uncut and raw, we can leg, Mr. Third, Mashallah, a Baba Shalom.